Hey everyone, Attorney Matthew Legan Sanchez here. Today let's talk about what you should expect in family court. First, you're going to need to get into family court. So you're going to need to file a petition or a motion. So a petition is a request. Let's say that you're filing a request for a divorce or a request to establish paternity. The request, the petition, is not enough to get you into court. You're also going to have to file a request for setting and a motion. So with a divorce, for instance, filing the divorce alone won't get you into court. You're going to have to file the divorce and a motion and a request for a hearing. A lot of times you'll see people and they'll file a petition for dissolution of marriage, they'll file a petition for paternity, but then they don't request a hearing. And when that happens, your case is just going to sit there. It's going to sit in a no man's land. It's not going to be moving. And these cases don't move themselves forward. You need to move them forward with a request for setting, with a motion, and that will bring the issue before the court. After you file the motion and the request for setting, it's usually going to take about 1 to 2 months to get into court. Probably around 1 month now is what you should anticipate. And when you get into court, the initial hearing is going to be a summary hour hearing. And the summary hour hearing is basically a pre-trial conference. And there's a mandatory meet and confer. So both parties, whether they're represented without an attorney or with attorney, they're going to need to talk with one another. They're going to have to try to resolve the issues. They're going to talk about the issues. The whole point of the summary hour hearing is to try to get resolution on some of the issues so you can winnow down a big issue or multiple issues possibly to less issues or a smaller issue. And the judges, they want you to try to resolve these outside of court. They want mutual agreements, and that is usually the purpose of the summary hour hearing, and also to schedule like a scheduling order where you can set deadlines and set up the evidentiary hearing. At a summary hour hearing, your judge is also going to want to know, are there big issues? Are they little issues? What are the issues? If they're really big issues, if there's abuse, substance abuse, major mental health issues, CYFD abuse and neglect, there may need to be a GAL or court clinic involved where there's more information uncovered. Now with little issues, just minor disagreements, parents can't agree on time sharing, but there's not major issues, there's not major conflict, there's not abuse and neglect. The judge may think in this situation, I can handle this. You come in, you testify, you put on some witnesses, I'll decide what's in the child's best interest based on the evidence that you provide at the evidentiary hearing. An evidentiary hearing is usually scheduled about 1 to 2 months out of the summary hour hearing. And an evidentiary hearing is basically what you see on TV or the movies. The you can't handle the truth moments. Calling witnesses, presenting evidence. Witnesses could be you, a family member, maybe a household member that knows you well and has had personal observation. Evidence can be text messages, can be pictures, sometimes it's recordings. You call your witnesses, you present your evidence, you tell your story to the judge, and the judge's going to listen to your story and be like, that doesn't make sense, that makes sense. Sometimes things don't add up, and the judge is going to get basically a gut feeling based on their experience, and with all of the evidence is going to decide what is in the child's best interest. And for more information on what's in the child's best interest, what the court looks for, check out my video on best interests of the child. Do you have specific questions on what to expect in family court? Every case is different. All the facts are different. The players are different. Your case is going to be different from the next. So comparing your case to a family member or friend's case is like comparing an apple to an orange. So if you have specific questions about your case, call an experienced custody attorney, an experienced divorce attorney. Call me. Call Matthew Legan Sanchez at 505 Sanchez. I'll talk to you about your specific issues and we'll get to the bottom of your case. Call 505 Sanchez.